Good morning, this is Sarah, your healthy carnivore in the UK on day 49. Now, I have thought of something to talk about, but it's going to be a little bit disjointed and waffly. So if you're only here to check what day I'm on, I guess we're done. Eat your meat, drink your water. Have a great day. Thrive. See you on day 50 tomorrow. Now, for those of you that strangely enjoy that kind of random thoughts, wafflingness, you're in the right place. This is going to be a banger. I went to bed last night and I thought, what am I going to talk about tomorrow? And I thought, I don't know. This morning, still didn't know. Starting to panic, thinking I always like to have a little thought of the day. A bit like Mitch, old guy carnivore. He's now doing, instead of doing a morning Monday rant, it's now a everyday thought of the day kind of chat. And I'm really enjoying that. And watching more of his videos this morning, and I thought, oh, I just thought of something. And then I had one of my little epiphanies. And it went a bit like this. Now, it's going to be a bit disjointed. If you manage to stay to the end of this, then you're a trooper. Don't forget, though, this channel is still in its infancy, and I do not expect anyone to watch all of my videos. I know that this video is going to be very inspirational in the future, and this is just me just getting going. Day 49, very happy. Not hungry this morning, so I'm going to wait until I actually feel hungry. And because it's a Sunday, I can do that. I can't do that on a work day. On a work day, I have to eat around my schedule. But on the weekend, I can be a bit more, let's wait till I'm hungry. So that's good. Now, here's my epiphany, my thought rambling of the day. If you're still here, hello. I was thinking, it suddenly popped into my head, what if I was meant to mess around for 9.5 years? Now, some of you are now going to say, well, that just sounds like a bit of an excuse. And it does. And it did to me. As soon as I said that thought to myself this morning, the little excuse gremlins came in and said, that just sounds like you're making an excuse. So I've already had that thought. I realize this is going to sound like just a bit of an excuse. And I get that. So you don't need to comment and say, you're just talking crap. You've just been messing around and you just want to justify it. Okay, I get that. And I think about that myself. But what if, this is going to get a bit woo-woo now. What if I was meant to mess around for that amount of time and then suddenly be successful at a particular point in time? Stay with me a minute while I explain to you what I mean by that. When I first found carnivore at 38, if I had been successful, that would have been lovely and amazing. Don't get me wrong. I would have spent the last 10 years looking like Kelly Hogan, and that's good. But all the people I know all around me, the people I go dancing with, the people I work with, friends, family, I would have become slim, stayed slim, and then over time they would have forgotten that I was ever slim, that I was ever obese. And then now when it really matters, now when I'm seeing the health of people fall apart all around me, now that it really matters that I'm successful, people just, I didn't have a great deal of health problems back then, and I still don't have a massive amount of serious health problems now. But what if I have been strategically placed in this community by chance or on purpose, to have a purpose to save the cohort that I'm aiming for? The cohort of people that I think that I really want to save are women who were born in the 70s and 80s. So the 1970s, 1980s. Those are the people that I want this channel to aim at. And I am talking about all the people I go dancing with, all the people that I worked with previously, all the people that I work with currently, friends, people that I've known a long time. The poor, because of horrific nutritional guidance and horrific advice, everyone's got something they're moaning about. Everyone. And now you don't have to have been born, you don't I think you'd have to be living on another planet to not notice that people are getting sicker younger. And that you can talk about all the conspiracy theories you like, but I've seen so many people heal with a carnivore diet that it must have been the diet. It must have been the hyper-processed foods, low-fat foods, seed oils, sugar, refined carbs in abundance, and now their bodies are just creaking and giving up around them, and they don't know why. And now they're just saying it's because of their age. Hell, I heard a man who was 35 a few months ago saying that he had aches and pains and was getting old. And I'm thinking, yeah, people's bodies are starting to react to the poisoning that they've had over the last few years. And I am worried. I am worried because I feel as though people are starting to fall apart earlier than they were. I'm betting that 100 years ago, you didn't have people in their 30s and 40s and 50s complaining of joint pain. I bet they were a lot more vibrant, and I bet they were a lot more healthy and slim. Mostly because I've seen photos of it and people talk about it constantly. But what if I was meant to be successful now? What if right here, right now, I was meant to be successful so I can help influence and save the people that are now saying, I'm too old, this hurts, that hurts, on medication for this, on medication for that, can't lose weight. I mean, the situation in 2020 didn't help. A lot of my friends who were very slim before ended up gaining weight in that situation. But because they have destroyed themselves with the nutritional guidelines, it's not their fault. None of this is anyone's fault on an individual basis. We've all just been doing what we were told, right? Don't eat red meat, eat your whole grains, eat your vegetables. A little bit of this won't do you any harm. Everything in moderation. And the weight they did gain in that house arrest period that I think is completely immoral, but that's for another video. They now can't lose the weight they gained in that time because their bodies are so bogged down with toxic vegetables, seed oils, sugar, refined carbs, and the rest of it. What if I was meant to not be successful at 38, but was meant to be successful in my late 40s? That was my epiphany this morning. And I think I actually managed to do it quite concise. I've been practicing it for the last 3 hours. It's been going around my head, round and round in circles, and it didn't get all joined up correctly. And I just thought, this is just going to sound ridiculous. But I think I've managed to get it. I think I've managed to say it in a way that makes sense. Please comment if you think it did kind of join up correctly. Because we've all heard of that one person who lost weight years ago and we've forgotten what they looked like big. But I think women in their 40s and 50s and early 60s are in need of help right now. And this might be, there may have been a reason why I suddenly, right now, because yes, I've watched some seriously motivating videos, but then I've always watched motivating videos. Right from when, YouTube became a big carnivore outlet with lots of channels, I've constantly watched motivational videos to try and get myself in that place. And maybe I have just watched one video that is just bang, done. She's there. Or maybe it came from a more woo-woo, spiritual place where I feel like now would have been a better time to help people than 10 years ago. So maybe now is the time for my success. I think it was because this morning I was thinking about going to my dance class that I go to, Zumba, on a Tuesday night, and imagining going there next summer. Assuming I've lost some weight by that point. We know that it could take 2 years, but let's just look at, okay, let's imagine 2 years from now. I'm 50 and a half. I've turned up at Zumba, have managed to lose all the weight I need to lose, and with bells on it, looking the best shape I've ever been, in the best health I've ever been. Nothing hurts, no medication, nothing. And people are starting to notice. And ex-work colleagues and current work colleagues are starting to notice, and family and friends are starting to notice that actually, what the hell's happened to you? You are, you know, don't want to use the word jealous, but we're kind of looking at you thinking, how has she done that? How has someone who's been overweight all her life and obese all their life, and I've never seen them slim ever, suddenly look like the healthiest, most vibrant, youngest version of themselves that I've ever seen in any woman in their 40s and 50s? Because that is what we dream of becoming. And lots of people that I know do know that I have dabbled with carnivore. Pretty much everyone in my last job knew I was a carnivore dabbler. And pretty much everyone in my dance class knew that I was on and off doing that crazy meat thing. And when people ask me, I'll say, well, you know that meat thing I've done in the past? Well, I just did it properly. I was successful. I did it for a straight year. And then another one. And now I've done it for a straight 700, 800 days. And I'm in the best shape and health and vibrancy of my life. Even at that point, they probably still won't do anything, but that will put a seed in their head, and they will hopefully reach a point where they think, wow, I might need to do 30 days of this. I've also got people that I know that are very influential. You know, they know a lot of people. I might know a fair amount of people, but I know some people who know a lot of people. What if that person does it? And then that seed gets spread around. I know it's a bit ambitious to say I can save all the women in my local area who are in their 40s and 50s, but I'm going to give it a go. Because what else have I got to do? What other purpose in life? It's good to have a purpose in life. People that don't have a purpose in life, especially at retirement age, you know, don't tend to have anywhere to go next, and they just die in a recliner like my mum did. But have a purpose. I think I managed to get that out okay. I do realise it looks like she's just making excuses. She's just trying to make she's just trying to make something out of the fact that she just wanted to eat crap over the last 10 years. And maybe that's true too. But I have come to a head. I have hit a point where, as I think, you know, there's one video, I'm going to put Mitch's video that inspired me to do this in the description. Chances are I have already linked you to this video, but it went very viral on his channel. If you look at his most popular videos, it's probably third or fourth down in the line. And I think when he made it, he didn't really think it was going to go very well, and so he had to put an introduction in the beginning to try and talk people into watching it, but it actually turned out brilliant. And if you're one of those people who, like me, has struggled, not only is he highly, highly empathetic, he's so empathetic. You know, it's like he's saying, I get it. I get that it wasn't your time yet. I get that, you know, in your 30s and 40s, you had such a vibrant social life that you got distracted. And I get it. But at some point, you're going to reach a point where you think, I don't like the way this is going. Things are not going to end well for me if I don't make a commitment. And let's not end up like Mitch in making that commitment at 75. I mean, you can make a commitment whenever you want, and it is never too late. You know, some of my favourite stories are the people that have completely and utterly turned their life around in their 70s, where they felt like they were on their way out, and now they're leaping around like they're in their teenage 20 years. That's just fantastic. But of course, that's going to hold a little bit of, why didn't I find this sooner? But maybe people are not ready. It's very easy to say, I wish I'd found this sooner, but maybe people aren't ready. I think to start carnivore, you have to be in that place where you're like, I don't like the way things are going. I don't like the way things are going for me. And if I don't do this, I think things are going to end badly for me. And to the point where I end up getting forced to do it. And then it may be too late to do it. And so, yeah. So my mission in life now is to quietly save all the women born in the 70s and the 80s. That's my mission now. But I'm going to have to do it via this channel and just setting an example and just gradually getting slimmer and slimmer, not going out there with the, the loudspeaker and going, hey, anyone in there who's born in the 70s and 80s, come and see me and I'll sort you out. No, it's going to have to be quiet. As Ken Berry would say, sort out your own shit first. Brilliant video, that. He did quite a controversial video, and my favourite line is, sort out your own shit. The best way to get through to other people is to make sure that your health is in order and your waistline is in order. Going around at the start of your journey banging on about doing this is just not going to get anywhere with anyone, and I've discovered that. Very upsetting and disappointing, but it is what it is. But sorting my own shit out, getting my health in order, becoming the most glorious specimen that I've ever been. Even, I've been overweight and obese all my life, so it will be a shock to people if that I do become that specimen that we all dream of being. And at least one person is going to ask me, and I'm hoping it's one of those more vocal people, one of those that knows a lot of other people, and just spread it all out, the message. So that was my thought of the day. If you've managed to get all the way to this bit, leave me a love heart in the comments. Well done for getting to the end. Now I've got to start thinking about what I'm going to talk to you tomorrow about on day 50. Day 50. Yeah. Normally when I get to day 50, it ends up being a longer stretch. I see absolutely no reason why I won't get to 100. Cannot think of a reason. I have no wavering. I've got no doubts. I'm getting stronger every day. So I see absolutely no reason why I can't get to 365 days. I can see no reason. And I didn't even stutter. It's happening. This is my time now. I'm going to do this. This is going to be the channel to watch next August. I'm going to keep watching motivational videos. I'm going to keep giving you my thought of the day every day. And I would like to invite you to enjoy your day. Eat meat, drink water. If it doesn't happen today, don't panic. Tomorrow's fine. And don't forget, one of my other things I should add at the end. Doing our best looks different every day. If you're still not ready, don't panic. The fact that you know about carnivore is enough in my book. If you need an epiphany, have a shower. Pop in the shower, have that. And if you get some sun, hopefully you'll be able to get out in it. Do some grounding and thrive. Take care. Bye.